come on in and sit down. We're coming to you live. Great, we're on. Super.
We're on. Yeah. Well, we got really inspired after we just wrapped up our coaching class from the Greatest You Academy with all of our beautiful students. And so many of the questions and so many people right now are on the brink, literally, of busting through so much of the old garbage, right? And the old patterns and the old ways that they are so tired of living their life. And it was just such an inspiration to be in the classroom today and to, be working with the people and seeing what they're ready for. And it was very interesting how all of the work for all of the people kept coming back down to their parts. Yeah. And the way that we really described it, I think was one of the clearest ways we've ever been able to express parts work. And that is, we show up in life. We want to show up as this wise, powerful, resourceful, competent, just on fire goddess person, the greatest you, right? That's who we want to go through life. When we go through life that way, we have confidence. We create the things that we want. We live in a way that feels really authentic. We're not, tossed about by life circumstances or how, this person reacts to me or whatever. We're just on fire and we're doing the things that we want to. We're feeling great in our skin and we have confidence and we're living that greatest life, right? That's how we want to show up. And today we talked about what are the things that, why don't we show up like that all the time? What's stopping me, right? And the way that we really understood it was, number one, we have to know who we are, right? We have to really understand our values and know what's important to us, our authenticity. And that's something we teach in the academy, as our one of our foundations. And the other piece is, we're living and we're being triggered all the time. We're being essentially we're operating in our lives as the 5-year-old, the 2-month-old, the 8-year-old, the 12-year-old, the 22-year-old, whatever, that had certain things come up for them or happen for them, and that created a story. And now we're showing up in our current life instead of as our wise, powerful, greatest self. We're showing up as that version of ourselves. So when we can kind of clear that away, when we can safely, right, heal whatever needs to be healed and repair and really honor that part, we can, as I say, use the metaphor, we take that part, instead of letting it drive our car, right? We certainly wouldn't let our 5-year-olds drive cars around. Instead of letting that 5-year-old drive our car and create our life, we can safely, tuck that 5-year-old into the back seat, put the seatbelt on, give it a lollipop, let it look out the window and just enjoy the ride, instead of, driving and crashing into things and all the things that happen. But in order to do that, we have to tend to that part of us. And so that's what parts work can do so powerfully. And sometimes it involves needing to address the inner child as well. And those two modalities, inner child and parts work, are some of the most powerful ways to shift really quickly and to, go ahead and put the parts of us safely and joyfully in the proper place, and then resume control over our cars and drive as the credible drivers that we are, knows how to navigate our lives. So Mia, with all of that, I would love to hear your impressions of today's class and how it related to parts work, and then tell everybody here in the group about what's really exciting coming up on Saturday.
Yeah. So I really love parts work because I've been a facilitator of the inner child for 13 plus years. And until I started bringing, parts work is like the next level that we add into the inner child, because it allows us, as Lori was saying, to go back to those spaces and understand what years, because all you get as we teach you, when the somatic body work and also the mental stuff that goes along with the emotions, you actually understand by going, okay, wait a minute. And you get calm with yourself and you're like, I'm acting like this is my 20-year-old or my 25-year-old or my 27-year-old or my 5-year-old, whatever it is. And that's where we get to actually change and shift our reality super fast. When you bring in the parts work with the inner child work, which I've never heard anybody call them that together
Yeah.
so far. It's really very powerful, and it'll knock you back into the place you want to be. As we go through our emotions and as we heal our emotions, that's where we up level, that's where we rise. Everything is an emotional state of being. And if you want your emotions to be happy and in place and progressive, being the greatest you means that you actually create a life that is the greatest you.
Yeah.
You get what you want by creating it. So this Saturday, we have a parts work retreat that's about 3.5, 4 hours that will have Lori and I taking you through the inner child and the parts work together. We're also going to have breath work and a little bit of a sound bath and integration. We're doing a lot of stuff here to take you from one place where you are to having major breakthroughs onto the other side. Now, I've never not had anybody break through something during one of these retreats. These retreats are so powerful because the energy that we produce together and individually will change your life, literally.
Yeah.
I'm saying that because I've done these all last year. I've done them for 13 years. I know we know our stuff. And so let's have you shift the things that are the hardest. Our emotions keep us back and down. Our emotions keep us sick. Our emotions keep us depressed.
Yeah.
And instead, we want to live the greatest expression of who we are. How old are you? Is it time? Do you feel that calling, that yearning? I know I did, and I know I do all the time. When I get slightly out of alignment, I'm like, wait a minute, I need to get back on track here. And so I do, because I know how. I've done the work, and this is why we teach it. So join us on Saturday. It's going to be incredible. It starts at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The link is right here in the write-up above this. And it's going to be incredible. And there's going to be major shifts and changes. And if you're in the Academy, guess what? The part about being in the Academy is we always want to give you a little bit of extra stuff to know that you are so much
We
appreciated.
honor your commitment and your investment in yourself.
Yeah. So we're giving you a discount if you're in the Academy. And if you're not, it's still a very low price. So check it out and join us, because this literally will affect and change and break through spaces that you're feeling trapped.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I just want to mention, this is not a teaching place. Of course, we're going to talk about, of course, we're going to lead, but this is a place for us to actually work with you in the processes. That's what's beautiful about a retreat space, as opposed to, simply that when we jump on, do our free teachings, that kind of thing. That's awesome. Some background's needed, but we're actually going to take you through the process so that the work happens while you're here with us, and we can support you and guide you in that. And that's what I really love about the retreat space.
I do too, because the shifts and the changes and the space that people go through is really something that you can't even imagine unless you've been there. I remember the first time I went to my first retreat about 14, 15 years ago, and I thought it was going to be so stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, it changed my life, right? So
yeah.
So
I think online it's wonderful, especially the kind of work that we're going to be doing here. You can really, you don't have to travel. You don't have to, spend money for the hotels and all the things to really be able to benefit. There's not that there's not value in that kind of an experience as well. But for this particular kind of work, I think the online space works beautifully, and we can get a lot done.
It's going to be incredible. So join us, check it out, and don't be late, because spaces are limited, and we're looking forward to being with you.
Absolutely.
Okay. Anything else you want to share?
I think that's it.
So
We'd love to see you guys.
Yes. All right, everybody. Have a great Tuesday, and we'll talk to you soon.
See you Saturday.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.